Alright, that feels better. Hello, my friend. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Skya Budaske, and I'm here with spoonfulofparadise.com to share about healthy hedonism on the road, magical adventures in loving myself. Now, what does that mean? Magical adventures in loving myself. Well, I thought that was the best way to describe something that I've been playing with lately, that both Michael and I, even Tracy, we've all been playing with this, Nicole, over at Spoonful of Paradise. And it's something where we are paying attention to how we feel inside and putting our priority on that feeling of freedom, that feeling of relaxed into just the bliss of knowing that everything is okay and I'm taken care of and I'm here to enjoy myself and I'm here to express myself fully and I'm here to share love because that is my favorite thing and that's what I love to be in. And so this is something that we all have a very strong intention of, and so I'm going to go into some of my experiences on the road because Michael and I, my beautiful partner that I get to spend almost all of my time with, which is just such a blast. I'm going to try to find better lighting. Ooh, 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 ooh. No, I think that was the best lighting. The sun is very strong right now. So Michael and I have been on the road this whole summer since June, and we've been exploring the Pacific Northwest, and our intention behind it was just to live in magic and just enjoy our summer and do whatever we felt like doing. And that has been such a gift to give to ourselves, and yet in that gift there have been a lot of challenges that have come up. So today I want to talk about this process of coming into greater love and acceptance for all of who you are, all of the parts, even the shadow parts, and how to work with those challenges and those doubts and those fears and all of those things that come in that really try to sabotage or try to convince me that all is not good and that I need to be afraid and that I need to work harder and that I need to prove myself and that I need to get approval from others. And so I just want to speak to something in my experience that comes from being a gay man. I've talked about being a gay man before. I mean, I just told you my partner's name is Michael. That's a boy name. He is a boy and I'm a boy. And we enjoy being boys together. And I'm very comfortable being a gay man. And I've really come to accept that in myself. It's not something I grew up accepting, as I have probably told you in some of my previous podcasts. It's something that I got to work through, and it made me into a stronger, more beautiful, sensitive, and caring person that I am today because of that experience. And so I'm super grateful for the challenges that brought. But something that has been a little closer to home, some of these challenges that we all have throughout our days, the things that come into our heads and into our experiences that really challenge our inner peace, that challenge that centered place that we found for ourselves. And so sometimes these challenges present themselves as very major things, like the manifestation of an actual autoimmune disease, which it did for me. And I got to go on this I am on this incredible journey of healing myself from that. And I have healed my physical, autoimmune, gut, all of those aspects. But the healing goes a lot deeper than that. That's sort of like the end result of disease. The underlying causality of disease is exactly what the name is. Dis-ease, not being in that full state of ease and love and acceptance of all of who you are and all of what you are. And so I've been on this journey of allowing myself to feel that dis-ease, paying attention to what it feels like versus what that feeling of alignment and inspiration and all is good. Like, what's the difference in those two feelings? I've been paying attention to that and honoring the thoughts and beliefs that take me more into that feeling of truth, that feeling of love, that feeling of heart open. And so that is a guiding principle in my life and something that I am so excited to share more about with you, because there's so many ways that we can love ourselves more, especially food and movement. I love fitness and movement because I just love moving this body. It's such an incredible tool that we get to reside in. And so me and Tracy, and of course Michael and Nicole as well, will be sharing more about all of that through our social media pages and through Spoonful of Paradise. So if you're not on our blog email list, I suggest you go to the homepage after this and get on it, because it's good stuff coming your way. But back to right now, the topic that I want to talk about is how I'm finding deeper ways of loving and accepting myself fully. And it does relate to being a gay man, but it's the part of myself as a gay man that I've hidden for my whole life. And that's the more, what I'm going to call faggy parts, or the sissy parts. And it's something that I have pretty much, or I thought I had, completely erased it from my daily persona. I mean, you know, it slips out when I'm comfortable with friends, and those friends that have been around it know it, and many of them enjoy it. Some of them are probably like, why is he being so gay? But for the most part, I feel supported in it. But there is an element of, this is something that from a very young age I hid, and I tried to change who I was over and over. It's like I worked at it on a daily, hourly basis so that no one would find out that I was gay. I had to cover up the little sissy boy, because that's not safe to be a sissy boy in Texas. Let's get real. If I had grown up here in Portland, then yes, I could have had my fingernails painted and I could have put on a wig and some high heels. But that was not okay in Texas. And when I figured that out as a small child, I learned very quickly to start covering up who I was. And so you can imagine that as my psychology formed, and as my persona formed and congealed and grew and became more self-aware, that it had a lot of implications on a lot of levels, including my relationships, including how I express myself, and including my internal biome, my microbiome, my gut function, my immune function, my hormonal function. All of those things I can feel, and I know about the actual scientific connections, but I can also feel how those play a role in the disease process that had manifested as primary sclerosing cholangitis, or an autoimmune disease that attacked my liver. And so it's been really amazing to get to dive into these things and get to the root of them and see where they came from, and feel what it feels like to be in that fear of trying to hide, like really trying to hide who I am and not knowing how to really fully express myself, because if I do, then I'll be found out. But now I'm older and I've been found out, and I love the being found out. I love the support that I get and the love that I get in my life. I'm attracting very accepting, beautiful, loving people into my experience because I'm loving and accepting myself more. And so I know there's a lot of haters out there, but they're not part of my reality, and they're not something that I pay much attention to, because I understand what it's like to be in that scared place. And I also understand that love is inevitable, and that it will reach them too, because that is the predominant energy of the universe, is love and well-being, and it's what we all want deep down. Like, yes, I want $1 million, but I want $1 million so that I can feel good and just relax and be in love and enjoy love. That's why I want $1 million. So I have every faith that everyone is looking for and will find that state of ease and love, because it's their natural state. And so I've sort of let go of the judgment towards them, or even the trying to change them, and just allowing people to be where they're at in their growth process, and just shine my light fully from where I've grown into, and then getting to share that with other people who are open in that, and amazing things happen. And so on my journey, this magic that Michael and I have been creating, there have been so many amazing, beautiful, heart-open people that have come through and come into our experience, and that we've gotten to connect with and have conversations with and reflect back and forth. Really deep, profound lessons, I guess you could call them, from the universe. Like I will meet someone and have a really deep connection, whether it's through the eyes or a hug and a breath, and what's exchanged leaves me a different, more expanded version of me, and I feel leaves them a different and more expanded version. And so that's the magic I'm talking about, is this co-creation of love, this lifting up of love in each other, by letting that become the dominant feeling or the dominant intention of every moment, is to just let yourself relax more into that natural love state. Love isn't something you can force. You can't make this stuff happen. You know what I mean? That's not how it works. This is an allowing. And so it's really paying attention to those places in us where we're not allowing that love. And for me, I've seen so clearly that I haven't been allowing myself to express that love that I'm experiencing fully, because there's that residual fear of being seen, because in my early psychology informing, I was trying to hide being a little sissy boy. And so I've recently had beautiful opportunities to hang out with other little sissy fairy boys who, all ages, from their 20s to their 80s, and just get to be with them for the weekend in a very magical place in the forest, and spend time reflecting and connecting and getting to see their stories and what they've overcome, and getting to use that to see myself and to see where I've hidden these things away, and that I don't have to hide them away anymore. I can be proud of them, and I can love myself fully. I can love even the little sissy boy. In fact, now I think that it's really special to be a little sissy boy. I think it's very special to be a gay anything, a queer anything. I think it's special just to be yourself and to let that shine fully, and to not be afraid of what others might think about it. And so I've just been so grateful for my connection to the Radical Fairies and all of the friends that I've made. And then also before that, Michael and I got to go to Beloved, this beautiful festival in Tidewater, Oregon, where we were able to see what happens when people come together in the forest, living in close proximity, camping. And it's like, there's no like campsites. Like, I'm not talking about like reserve your spot and, you know, make sure you keep your distance from each other. I'm talking about like, oh, look, there's a spot next to me. Oh, here comes another person. Oh, they just put their tent there. They just put their tent there. And it was so beautiful, because everyone was coming together with this intention of seeing the beloved, or that love that we are in each other and in ourselves, and reflecting that. And it was a really powerful experience. I mean, you can imagine having thousands of people come into this beautiful natural setting with this strong intention of love. And remember, with love, it's fun. Like, being in love is fun. You know this. Like, you've been in love before. We all have. It's really fun. You're like giggling and you're skipping and you're playing, and everything is playful. And there were just so many opportunities to play with each other and dance with each other and co-create really magical moments of connection, and just honoring the openings and the challenges that we all go through, right? And so part of my experience in that was very powerful, other than just getting to spend time with people who were deeply in that recognition and connection with each other, which just created this whole kind of magical bubble around us. But an experience I had, going back to the whole like being a sissy gay boy, was these straight men who, on the dance floor in ecstatic dance, these young men who were so vibrant and strong and have their shirts off, they were dancing with each other and they were having contact time. Like they were playing with each other, full body contact, full intimate touch, not sexual touch, but intimate touch. And it was so powerful to see them operating from that place where they didn't have that shame and that fear of being seen as gay or, not strong because they weren't being tough guys. You know what I mean? It was like a letting go of all of that. And it felt like, wow, like this is what a real man is. This is beautiful masculinity, because it's not trying to hide its feminine qualities. It's embracing them. And it was like this dance of the masculine and feminine. And it was just so high to see it and so healing to see it. And afterwards I went up to them and just shared that with them. I told them like that this is healing the world. Like you guys being like this with each other is healing the world. And they were just exuberant and they knew because when you're in that love, like this is what the world needs is love. It's like not just a Beatles song. It's reality. And it was so beautiful. They embraced me and they just like gave me their blessings. They told me that I am totally supported in expressing myself fully and I don't have to hold back and I can never go backwards from this point. It's always onward and upward. And it was just such a beautiful thing to share with people that were total strangers, but yet there was that recognition of that freedom from the fear. Because it's a powerful energy that gets released in our bodies when you free yourself from all of those fears and all of those beliefs that kind of hold us back. It releases a ton of energy and it is really powerful, and it's something that people can feel. And so I have a lot of confidence that if we all just start this process of loving ourselves more and just nurture that process in us on all levels, which means embracing our shadows and it means embracing our faults and accepting and loving them fully, I have every confidence that we can heal ourselves and that the world will just heal, because love is infectious. It's a lot more infectious than any of the diseases out there or any of the fears. It is what everyone wants more of. It is powerful. So I encourage you to just lighten up in your process, wherever you're at in your healing process or your health journey, or just your journey of being a human being. Just lightening up about it and just letting yourself relax into what feels good to you more, And when these challenges come up, like for me, these last few days have been really challenging because I've wanted to express more. Like I have been wanting to share so many things through this medium, and I have been holding back for months, for years, but lately for the last few months, it's like I have this deep intention to share and then I don't, because I'm questioning, can I say it like that? Because what are these people going to think? And what about that person over there? What are they going to think? And I have this whole audience in my head that I am worried about what they think of me. And I realize like I don't have to worry about that, because I can't ever I'm never going to get approval from people who are not in their own inner alignment. I can never know where someone else is at. I can just accept them for where they're at, and I can accept me for where I'm at, and I'm ready to experience more love. So I can start to let go of these fears of being seen and be like, you know what? Let them see me. Let me get naked in front of the whole world, and that's what this is for me. It's getting emotionally naked in front of the whole world and just sharing my process with you, because it's something that is universal and it's something that we can all go through and that we can all support in each other. And I'm excited to support that in you, and maybe some of the insights that I've gained through this process I can share with you, and vice versa. I would like for you to share your insights and your openings and aha moments and even your challenges with me, because then we can both grow and we can just start this movement of transformation in ourselves that can be seen because of this amazing online medium, and therefore can spread. And therefore, instead of spreading around fear on our social media and spreading around, all of these things that kind of make us go, like this is a terrible world we live in, we can start to share the love and transformation that is possible in us and through us, and just see what kind of magic is created, see what kind of playground we can create in this beautiful world of ours. So thank you for joining me, and yeah, maybe hang out with me some more. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Like I said, subscribe to our email list. We won't spam you because we don't have time. In fact, we're going to go to every other week for that one. And yeah, just follow us on your social media and share us. Please share us, because we feel like what we're talking about really matters right now. And it's something very pertinent to everyone, whether you have some crazy disease or whether you just want to have more fun in your life, like in anything in between. You can benefit from this process, because as we learn to love and nurture ourselves more, things start to open up and shift. And I think you're going to enjoy the process. And I know many of you are already on it. So please share that with us in the comments, and let's just have a discussion about this. So, all right. Well, I love you, and I love me, and I love all that we are. And I am just excited. So thanks for joining me. Let's just sit and close our eyes and connect to our breath for a minute. Connect to what our spine feels like, really deep down by the belly, kind of the middle underneath your rib cage, behind your heart, your neck. What does it feel like? Does it feel supported, or does it feel like it's just collapsing? Does it feel heavy and tight? Or does it feel lifted, strong, ready for movement? Pay attention to the muscles behind your eyes. What do they feel like? Could you maybe relax those muscles, relax your face muscles a little bit? Inhaling, letting your belly expand, getting a little bit taller as you exhale, hugging that belly in, drawing in and up on the pelvic floor. Inhale, expanding the belly, expanding your upper ribs, lifting your spine, lifting your chest. And as you exhale, drawing in towards that spine, creating space between your vertebrae. And now just relaxing into that breath, finding the ease and strength of this supple, erect spine, strong in its erection, but ready for action. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. I'm just lightening up a little bit. The spiritual stuff isn't so serious. It's just about finding that giggle, finding that freedom of expression, that original state where you just weren't looking over your shoulder at what people thought of you. Just relaxed in your own center, relaxed in your own unique perspective. Just relaxed in your skin, and yet strong and aware and present. By being present, you have the awareness that your body asks for, to be full in its posture, to be full in its muscular inhabitation, so that you can move with expression, without fear of what others might think of you. You can just freely be yourself, be happy, be full. Just be a breath of fresh air in this world full of fear and stories of all kinds of things that make us go, and make our tummy tight, and make our spine hunch over, trying to protect ourselves. Just letting this still point, this bright, vibrant, internal breathing just be etched in our awareness and our consciousness. Every time we come back to it, we practice it, it gets stronger and it becomes more our just natural everyday state that we don't have to try at. And we do it because we enjoy it. Because it's so much fun to be able to just at any moment turn life into a dance party. Excuse me. Just be in this internal, eternal dance party, this ecstatic dance of our breath, the subtle internal movements of our spine and our breath, our hips, finding openness in our hips. Just anytime that tension or thought, contraction comes in, just feeling it fully and breathing back into relaxation. Not avoiding feeling bad or feeling negative emotion or contraction, but paying attention to it, listening to what it's showing you. It's showing you those are thoughts that cause contraction and disease. Think thoughts that create love and openness, that create a party inside your belly so you can eat and dance and drink and be merry and make love and make friends. Let's make love, not war. This richness of the whole universe, this well-being that abounds all around us, that is our natural state, is available to everyone. Right here in this breath. I don't need anything for this. I'm grateful.
I am the UFO, United Funk Official, commanding you to bust a move or suffer with my missile. No harm is my intention, but if you disobey, my wrath will stop all booty pop and blow this world away. I bring the beat, I bring the